This is the Padua Podcast Network.
Running a Fever, episode 355. Laughter is healthy.
I'm at the Running a Fever World Headquarters, and I am about to head off down to Lake Fayetteville Trail. It's cloudy, and I'm getting some drops, but you know what? I've been wimpy about the weather for too long. I'm just gonna go and fight through it. You know, they say, are you a man or a mouse? It doesn't take a ton of courage to walk in the rain. I'm a little worried about my shoes that don't have a lot of mileage on them to get a little muddy or dirty, but you know what? If I use them enough, they'll get that way anyway, so not that big a deal. I am wearing my Red Sox hoodie, which, if it makes it to this fall, it will be 15 years old because it's from the 2009 playoffs in baseball, which would have been, October, November 2009. I remember the first time baseball went into November. It was in 2001. 2001, there was, 9/11. 9/11, 2001, September. I was there for that, not there where a plane crashed, but I was there in terms of being awake and alive in Boston, Massachusetts area. So anyway, they canceled a bunch of games, and then they restarted the season later. I remember there watching a game, and they had a big, one of the big thing on the scoreboards, and it says, "Welcome to November baseball." Anyway, the hoodie is made mostly of polyester, I believe. It should be somewhat waterproof, not completely, but it should hopefully not get completely soaked in this process. This is the week which most schools take for spring break. So that affects everything because kids are out of school, people go on vacation, they take their kids and they leave their jobs, and so there's less traffic. Of course, we have a university here, and that affects traffic as well. And right down in Fayetteville, we have the University of Arkansas. So if they're on spring break, that means a lot of people are not around. So traffic is light. I was really surprised because I kind of slept in this morning. I was surprised that, usually 5 o'clock I can hear trucks on highways. There are two big roads that intersect near my house, right near my subdivision there. Usually after 5, the noise starts and it just doesn't stop. I didn't really hear a lot of noise. I heard a little bit, but not a lot. So I'm very impressed. All right, there's the Botanical Gardens. Wow, there are a lot of cars here. I am surprised. Of course, it's not real early since I slept in. It's 7:48 by my clock in the car. And there are a lot of cars here. There's probably 15, 16 cars. No parking in the first row. Okay, well, here goes. I'm going to get out in the rain and do my ankle warm-ups. Before that, I'm going to drink my BCAA that I did not on the way down here because I was talking to you. Always good to get hydrated. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Welcome to Running a Fever. This is a podcast about fitness, diet, and medicine. My name is Michael Davis. My goal is to live a long, healthy, happy, active life right up to the very end. And if that's what you want, then you're in the right place. I just want to love my life enough to make it last as long as possible. Don't have my contacts in, so a lot of stuff just kind of looks blurry. Signs, and I can read them up close, but yeah, it's not really raining much at all. Knock on wood. It's actually kind of nice. Fresh air. Been a while since I've been out here. I think I had a couple of stationary bike episodes. And I'm really out here today. Now that I've got a day off, I took today off. It's what's known as a floating holiday, which means it's not a holiday where everybody takes off, but you can take off any day of the year that you want. Get one of those every year. And next week, I'm taking a full week off, and you're going to get to go with me. Pretty sure that I'm going to record at least one podcast while I'm out on vacation, and I'm going to a state park, which I've never been. It's Mount Magazine State Park. And the Mount Magazine is the highest point in my state. So I'll definitely be visiting up there. And I see a scooter. I wonder how these work. Oh, makes a noise. Not going anywhere. Oh well, there's no screen or anything. No idea how that works. I want to learn. I mean, it'd be a useful skill. Yeah, it'd be kind of funny if there was a, like one of those action cops and robbers movies, and the hero, instead of commandeering someone's car, commandeers a scooter. Probably one of the funniest examples is in the movie Speed, Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock and that guy who's been in a bunch of movies that I'll think of in 20 minutes. That's how my mind works, everything's on backup tapes now, so gotta go find the tape, put it in the player, and then I'll remember. It's kind of metaphor I like to use. I hope you understand it. But anyway, they found out that there's a bomb on the bus, and I guess they're on the highway for some reason. I don't think city buses would get on the highway very much, but who knows? So I don't know. It's a kind of a fancy car, like a Jaguar or Mercedes convertible or something. Instead of kicking the guy out of the car, Keanu kind of moves him over to the passenger seat and starts driving the car. Gets alongside the bus. He said, "There's a bomb on the bus. Make a sign, He gets something and writes BOM bomb. He shows it to him. And of course he's going crazy about how this guy's taking his car. Anyway, what if they did scooters instead? That would be funny. Couldn't keep up with a bus, I bet you. I think those things only go like 20 miles an hour at the max. Well, this was a stand-up scooter that I found alongside of the trail. Filed that in the humor department. Anyway, laughter is a very healthy thing, so, watch funny movies. Tell jokes. One of my proudest moments was when I was in Mexico learning Spanish. I finally was able to tell a joke in Spanish. And, I understood it. I made it up. And people laughed at it. Spanish-speaking people laughed at it. So, that was fun. Of course, I can't remember anything that I said now. But that was many years ago. All right, well, there's people out listening to stuff on their little machines and walking their dogs. And there's a little sprinkle coming down. It may just be from the trees. I don't know. Temperature's fine. It's a little cool, but not uncomfortably cool. I've been talking so much I don't really know how far I've gone yet. But here's a sign. I can find out. 4:11. 4:11. So I've gone a grand total of 31 hundredths of a mile. I might as well say it's a beautiful day in Lake Fayetteville, because I say that every time. And it's true every time. I'm sure you can hear birds chirping. They're pretty happy, even in the wet weather. I can still see the lake through the trees. It's not fully spring yet. They haven't fully filled out with their leaves. 4.25 mile marker. I guess every quarter mile they mark it in concrete. Trying to stay on the right side of the line, as we do in America. I wonder if on trails like this in the UK, they're on the left side of the line. I'm guessing they are, because it's a weird country. Anyway, but most of the signs are on the left. So you have to kind of cross dangerously over, because you never know when a speeding bicycle can come at you and either be passing you from behind or coming straight at you from ahead. Those are the dangers we live with when we come out here. It's no place for the weak at heart. So diet department, my diet's been all over the place. It really has. It's been crazy. Let's see. Yesterday I had no food all day. I've been drinking coffee with sugar-free creamer and sugar-free hot chocolate in it. Or maybe they say no sugar added. I don't know. Which indicates there may be some sugar in it. Anyway, I've been drinking a lot of that with decaf coffee, of course. Then I came home and I had thought out some burgers, because I was thinking maybe inviting somebody over for dinner. And I decided not to, because I wanted to fast. Well, I've been fasting a little bit here and there. Then I decided, well, I've got these burgers thawing out. I need to eat them instead of trying to refreeze them, which I think is a no-no. Not completely sure about that. 4:41, I think. 6/10. 9101, 11, 21, 31, 41. It's exactly half a mile. Exactly 6/10 of a mile. I think we've been here before. Anyway, I'm heading back toward the Running a Fever mobile. Be a good day. Back isn't really hurting, which is good. I stretched a little bit before coming out here. Before I got walking anyway. So I put the buns back in the freezer because I think that's okay. They were fresh when I froze them, sort of. Pretty fresh. I grilled the 2 burgers well done. Or should be able to do this, picking up the pace a little bit, but I used to do a 20-minute mile, so 10-minute one shouldn't be too much trouble. But I'll be cutting it close. All right, saw that woman. She's in all black, running, jogging. she's apparently made it. Well, she's either turned around. Yeah, she's turned around. Well, no, I've turned around. Maybe she's gone around the entire track. Not very likely. If it were me, it would take like an hour and a half or 2 hours to walk around. And hasn't been that long for sure. She probably just turned around. She was coming at me last time. And she's coming at me this time, so she did turn around. Although I turned around. Anyway, it's very confusing. We both turned around and now we're in the same spot. One of us had turned around. One of us would be passing the other. All right, picking up the pace. So yeah, well done burgers with some blue cheese. Very tasty. I had some blue cheese and that finished off the bottle. And that would have been probably okay. But then, this usually happens, I get a craving for sweets after a meal. So I had probably a serving and a half of granola, maybe 300 calories. So actually it might have been like a 900 calorie day or even 1,000. All right, going up this incline, slight incline, but anyway, that was supposed to be Wednesday. Wednesday I was supposed to fast, I didn't fast. I was planning to fast, I didn't fast. Wound up having chips and granola with a little bit extra honey in it. I'm gonna take the hood off, get a little cooling going on here. Warmed up enough for that. Still sprinkling. It's a little too steady to be off the tree, so I think it's coming down out of the sky, but it's been light the whole time I've been out here. So it's been, actually felt good. It's worth whatever dirt gets applied to my shoes. So today, I don't know, I'm gonna try to fast again. You know, I was supposed to be losing 6 pounds a month. Well, didn't happen. And so I'm gonna have to go. I need to get down to 258. And I'm currently 270 as of yesterday, maybe a little less today. Calorie restriction is good. Restriction, it's good according to the Blue Zone's philosophy, but probably need it to be more regular. Definitely rush hour now, even on spring break. So anyway, diet's all over the place. I think that guy's yelling at his dog. Eddie. Anyway, thanks for listening. And if you got the fever, keep it burning. If you don't, go out and catch the fever. Go out on the trail. And I will talk to you next time on Running at Fever.